Do you ever find yourself thinking, maybe I should walk away from this? You're feeling frustrated, confused, or maybe just defeated at the situation you're in. In this video, I'll show you what to do when you are stuck in a conundrum of indecision. So stay tuned.
Well, hi there and welcome. My name is Remy, like Do-Re-Mi. I'm a best-selling author and creator of the Get Unstuck Revolution. I help extraordinary women with big-ass dreams just like you who want to get unstuck from a life that doesn't work and get to where you know you need to be, into a life that's filled with passions and purpose. Now let's get started with today's episode.
Okay, let me jump off the screen here and switch to my laptop. Today we're talking about what to do when you're stuck in indecision. You know, as business owners, or even when we have a quote-unquote real job, or even in our relationships at home or at work, we can sometimes find ourselves in a conundrum that makes us want to walk away. We know something has to change, but we often ask ourselves the wrong question when we're trying to get to the right answer. And then we end up in vacillation and we begin to ruminate over our options. It doesn't matter if we have just two options that we're considering or if we have a multitude of options. We can end up feeling deeply, painfully, and hopelessly stuck. In this episode, we'll be talking about how asking the right questions can create expansion. We'll be talking about your purpose in all this and how it might not be what you expect. And we'll be talking about how you must do something different and exactly what that is. Yes, we're talking about how to find your hidden power when you want to transform challenges into successes. I like to call this the audacity of alchemy. You know, sometimes you may find that you're stuck in a challenge that has you feeling deeply, painfully, and hopelessly stuck. Not only could you have a personal life where you can barely function, but it can be nearly impossible to have success in your business. And that's why it's so important to know how to transform challenges into successes. Because when you're feeling stuck, it's never the situation that has you stuck. It's your energy that's become stuck by the trigger of negative emotions that can come from past situations or events. In other words, it isn't the pain of the situation. It's the pain of not being connected in the natural energy of who you really are, of being connected to that magical part of you that's a creative, vibrational being who can use positive energies to create what you want and bring it into physical manifestation. Part of this process is to allow your manifestations to materialize and not get stuck in the negative vibrations that block them. But how? And that's what we're talking about today, because when you can vaporize unwanted negative energies and reduce the conflicts that steal your positive energy flow, the possibilities for crystallizing the success you crave are endless. This series has little wisdom pearls that will help you do just that, because if you're like me, then you're someone who has the audacity, the willingness to take bold risks and transform challenges into successes. So let's talk about this idea of transformation and the audacity of alchemy. When we're faced with a conundrum, some type of indecision, we often find ourselves asking the wrong question. What we're experiencing in those moments of indecision is a disparity. We're seeing the difference in what we want and what we don't want. And perhaps we haven't truly identified what we do want, and so we're left looking at what we don't want. And this contrast can be confusing if we don't know what to do with it. Because when this confusion moves in, we often respond with frustration instead of taking the opportunity to get more clear about what we do want. In the beginning, when we first entered this new situation, we felt a certain amount of wholeness and joy. We felt creative, maybe even compassionate. We were, in the beginning, fully aligned with who we truly are. We felt like the best part of ourselves. And when we feel that way, we feel expanded. And when we feel expanded, the expansion expands. And we feel like we're in heaven. What's happening is that in the beginning, we had some desires, and we dropped those into our desire pool, that pool of possibilities where all potentials exist. Sometimes we call this vibrational escrow, or we may call it a spiritual vault, where we keep our hopes and dreams. And when we created these hopes and dreams, universal energies began to work in the background to bring us these greatest desires. We saw the manifestation of these desires come to fruition in the physical world, and life was good. But then things began to go wrong, and maybe now our situation has gotten to the point where we wonder whether we should walk away. That's the wrong question, and I'll tell you why. When we experience these differences, when we can say, oh, this isn't what I wanted at all, we're presented with an opportunity in that moment. We can become frustrated and ultimately fall into the depths of despair, or at least into the depths of negativity, or we can instead recognize that there's no such thing as an obstacle, only an opportunity to create and expand and effect transformation. That's the audacity of alchemy. And in those moments where we experience an obstacle, it's an opportunity to expand who we really are. It's an opportunity to step up and ascend to a new level of clarity. It's an opportunity to step up and ascend to a new and better and more whole you. If we allow ourselves to fall into frustration or overwhelm or defeat, we're missing a beautiful opportunity. We're missing the opportunity to grow. In other words, when we're in a conundrum, perhaps it isn't a conundrum at all. It's all in our perspective and whether or not we want to see the situation as an opportunity for growth. Are we willing to let go of past experiences for a bright new future? Are we willing to let go of an old spiritual injury or abuse that we've been through? And perhaps that abuse is coloring this current situation. Are we willing to let go of past invalidations that have fogged our thinking and prevented us from creating a clear vision? Are we willing to grow? Are we willing to connect with our true selves instead of walking away? So if whether to walk away from a situation isn't the right question, then what is the right question? Well, the right question is this: how can I connect with my higher self instead of walking away from this discomfort? What's most important is how to grow into who we are, how to expand our abilities toward more love, more patience, more compassion, more creativity, how to be centered in our true self, and how to hold true to our vision without defaulting into anxiety or uncertainty or even anger, without defaulting into those energies that pull us away from who we really are. So the right question becomes, how can I be centered in my true self? How can I rekindle my vision or create a new vision if that's what needs to happen? How can I use this hidden power of positive energy to create a better than expected outcome? What's happening in this conundrum is that it's showing us there's a difference in what we want and what we don't want. It's asking us to align with our true self and our desired outcome. That's all a conundrum is. So what happens if we don't know what our vision is? What happens if we don't know what our desired outcome is? Ah, yes, there's the opportunity we're talking about. This conundrum exists for one reason. It's asking us to get more clarity. It's asking us to step into our spiritual center and find this clarity. It's asking us to step up to our purpose in life. What's our purpose in life? Well, this is a question I get every single day. We're here for one purpose, and that's to expand into who we really are. We're here to restore our wholeness, to restore our spiritual centeredness. We're being asked to recenter in who we are and our true power, that we are vibrational beings. Our personal growth and expansion occurs through our positive vibration. Negative vibration, like frustration and indecision, takes us further away from who we really are. So, as we begin to create and manufacture positive emotions, we realize that we have utter control over how things unfold. And this is why we aren't in a conundrum at all. We're being asked to step up to a higher, more positive vibration so that we can expand our pool of possibilities and create more and more positive experiences by using that hidden power of alchemy. So I have an exercise for you. Grab a piece of paper and make a list of all the positive emotions you can think of. Use a thesaurus to expand your list. And then choose 3 positive words that speak to you more than the others. 3 words to describe the very natural positive outlook that you can easily tap into. Maybe your words are courage or resilience or optimism or grace. Whatever your 3 words are, Sit for just 10 minutes and find alignment vibrationally with these chosen words. This is what will tap into your hidden power. This is what will begin to expand your pool of possibilities and bring you more and more positive experiences. It's a very simple exercise, and it just requires 10 minutes of a day of your time and maybe even less. So remember that when you're stuck, when you're in a conundrum, it's never the situation that has you stuck. It isn't the situation, it's your energy that's become stuck in a negative emotion. You can change this in just 10 minutes or less. And as you begin to practice this, universal energies will respond to your vibration. Your situation is irrelevant. Your situation, it's irrelevant. Your situation is irrelevant. Let's work instead on your positive energy. Every minute of every day, your pool of possibilities is filling up with potential experiences. Every minute of every day, there's a response happening to what you're feeling. So be more deliberate about your positive energies. If your energy is responding to your situation in a negative way, then things can't change. You must do something different. So offer a different vibration. And let me say that again. Create positive energies no matter what's happening around you and hold true to your vision. Well, I hope this has helped you as you're using the powers of alchemy to transform challenges into positive new successes. But if you still can't get your head around what's got you stuck, you can tell me about it. You can leave a question here, or if you're someone who has the audacity, the willingness to take bold risks to transform challenges into success, you can find out more about our events at successcircleworkshops.com. This is where you can learn more about the audacity of alchemy and how to unlock your hidden power. You can find out more at successcircleworkshops.com. Make sure to subscribe to this channel, and if you like what you learned today, be sure and give this video a thumbs up. You can also feel free to share this video with anyone you know who's feeling stuck. Thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in one of our upcoming Success Circles. You can find out more at successcircleworkshops.com.